Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered why, even when you take care of yourself, you still don't look as good as you should? The hard truth is that you may be sabotaging your appearance right now without even realizing it. There are everyday habits, things that seem harmless that can make your face look more tired, less defined, and less attractive over time. In this video, we're going to break down 7 silent mistakes that may be hurting your appearance and, more importantly, how to start fixing them today. And stay until number 4, because there's a good chance you're doing it right now. Let's be honest. Most people think attractiveness is just a genetic lottery. They assume that if they weren't born with a sharp jawline or perfect symmetry, there's nothing they can do about it. But while genetics absolutely matter, your appearance is also heavily influenced by daily habits. Things like posture, breathing, sleep, facial tension, body composition, inflammation, and grooming all affect how your face looks and how people perceive you. Your face is not just a static object. It reflects how you live. If your face looks tired, puffy, undefined, or less balanced than it could, it may not only be genetics. It may be the result of habits you repeat every single day without noticing. Today, we're going to break down 7 habits that can quietly damage your appearance and the exact steps you can take to start looking sharper, healthier, and more attractive. Facial foundations and breathing. The first habit, and one of the most important, is chronic mouth breathing. Many people develop this because of allergies, nasal congestion, or poor breathing habits and never correct it. Breathing through your mouth all the time can dry out the mouth, affect sleep quality, and contribute to a less relaxed facial posture. It can also be associated with poor tongue posture and an open mouth resting expression, which often makes the face look more tired and less composed. Whenever possible, your default breathing should be through your nose. Nasal breathing helps filter, warm, and humidify the air, and it generally supports better breathing mechanics overall. The second habit is forward head posture, sometimes called text neck. We spend hours looking down at phones and laptops, which pushes the head forward in relation to the shoulders. This doesn't just make you look less confident, it can also affect the appearance of your jawline, neck, and overall posture. A forward head position can compress the neck area and make the area under the chin look softer, even if your body fat is not especially high. To start correcting this, think about lengthening through the crown of your head, keeping your chin neutral, and stacking your head more directly over your shoulders. Asymmetry and internal support. The third habit is chewing on only one side. Pay attention next time you eat. Do you always chew on the same side? If you do, you may gradually create uneven muscle development and tension patterns in the face, which can make one side appear slightly stronger or tighter than the other, especially in photos. The fix is simple. Become more aware and alternate sides more evenly when you chew. Now we get to the fourth habit, the one I mentioned earlier, poor tongue posture and lack of oral awareness. Let's be clear. Exaggerated claims about mewing dramatically reshaping the adult face are not strongly supported by evidence. But posture inside the mouth still matters. A relaxed, closed-mouth posture with the tongue resting naturally against the palate can support better oral posture overall. At the very least, it can encourage nasal breathing and a more composed resting facial expression. So no, this is not magic. But if your mouth is always hanging open and your tongue posture is poor, improving that habit may still help your face look more controlled and balanced. Nighttime habits and biochemistry. The fifth habit happens while you sleep. Constant facial compression. If you always sleep with one side of your face pressed hard into the pillow, you may wake up with temporary puffiness, creasing, and uneven fluid retention. Over time, this can also contribute to sleep lines and make your face look more swollen in the morning. Sleeping on your back may help reduce that compression, although what matters most is finding a sleep position you can maintain comfortably while still getting high-quality sleep. The sixth habit is nutritional self-sabotage through excess sodium, ultra-processed foods, and poor hydration. It's not that food makes you ugly by itself. The issue is inflammation, water retention, and body composition. Too much highly processed food, excess salt, poor sleep, and inadequate hydration can make your face look puffier, duller, and less defined. Sometimes the difference between a sharp-looking face and a tired-looking one is not bone structure, it's fluid retention and overall health. Drinking enough water, improving your diet quality, and reducing highly processed foods can noticeably change how your face looks in a relatively short time. The face as a reflection of your state. The seventh habit is negative resting facial tension or a lifeless expression. Some people walk around with their face completely slack. Others hold constant tension in the forehead, brows, and mouth because of stress. Both can hurt your appearance. A tired expression, a chronically furrowed brow, or a mouth that naturally droops can make you look older, more stressed, and less confident than you actually are. This isn't about faking expressions all day. It's about awareness. Pay attention to your face. Relax unnecessary tension. Keep your eyes more alert, improve your posture, and make sure your resting expression doesn't communicate exhaustion or defeat. New section, the power of visual posture. Here's an extra habit that almost nobody talks about: constantly squinting because your vision isn't properly corrected. If you need glasses or contacts and you're not using them, you may spend the entire day tightening the muscles around your eyes and brows just to focus. Over time, this can contribute to eye strain, more visible forehead tension, and an expression that looks confused, stressed, or prematurely aged. Your attractiveness also depends on how relaxed and clear your gaze looks. If you want to project a more polished, high-level image, make sure your vision is properly corrected so your eyes and forehead are not under constant, unnecessary tension. Most of the changes we discussed today do not cost much money, but they do require something more valuable: consistency. You cannot expect years of bad posture, poor sleep habits, chronic mouth breathing, or facial tension to disappear in one afternoon. But if you start breathing better, improving your posture, reducing puffiness, becoming more aware of your facial habits, and taking better care of your overall health, the mirror will eventually reflect it. Your face is, in many ways, a map of your habits. If you want to stop looking like a duller version of yourself and start projecting your best appearance, the work starts today. If this guide helped you, comment the word change so I know you're committed to improving yourself. Subscribe if you want to keep learning the principles of physical appearance and self-improvement. And click the video on screen right now if you want to learn more about posture, facial habits, and looking sharper naturally. See you there.